Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a really great day and really great way of spending Boxing Day. So really happy that you're here. And yeah, it's I am touched and I'm moved by the energies and I'm touched by you being here live. So thank you for that. And just like always, I will share some bits about the esoterics, and then we'll go on into our guided journey today. And then there's some space to share or to be witnessed in if you wish to do so. You don't have to, but I just want to check in with everybody. If there's anything urgent that you need support with, then I just would like to hear a word at least. Yeah. Oof. This is very vulnerable archetype or meditation today for me for some reason. Maybe that will be revealed. What I can say is that in my own daily life, how this has been present in my life, the archetype of Capricorn, full moon, and what the full moon in Capricorn has revealed is that am I able to love? Have I loved fully? And do I embody the Christ consciousness? The Christ was, or Jesus was born under the Capricorn sign or the Capricornian season. And he is a beautiful example of an initiate or initiation that takes place in Capricorn. And the love that the Christ consciousness that was gestated in Virgo, that was just a word of God in Aries. And so the journey that we've traveled through this year alone, since March until now, it's been 9 months. And so we are birthing our soul, and we are birthing our soul calling. We are birthing our ability to love as a soul. And birthing our point of governance in service to the greater whole, or the humanity, or the whole planet. And instead of serving our personal ambitions or even spiritual aspirations or spiritual ambitions. So it doesn't have to be only some people wanting more furniture or more clothes to wear, that being materialistic, but rather materialism can also be spiritual in terms of I want to open up this more, one layer more. I want to break through this one pattern more, and so on, and get lost in that self-absorbed and selfish quest. And while we all can share the gifts that we have received over the course of time, over the little liberations that we have been through, and start sharing that, serving in that way. And this requires burning karma, the karma that we called in Libra. We had a chalice and we the mantra called us to drink our karma and empty the chalice. The chalice must be emptied. And so we called on our destiny, and that has invited in our patterns, our ways, personality, the dweller on the threshold that prevents us from living as a soul and serving as a soul. And for me personally, one particular thing has been ongoing for the plus 20 years, since my teenage years. And that is, I'm going to tell you a little story about my Christmas time, because it's so pertinent to this time. I went to visit my mother, and she has Alzheimer's, as some of you may know, and I called in early to let her know that I'm going to be there. Yet she did not remember, and she went somewhere else for the 23rd, and she only came back on the 24th, and I was alone there with my brother, one of my brothers, for that 24 hours. And that is a brother that still makes my body freeze and my system and nervous system go into survival mode after so many years. And it took me 3 days to melt that freeze. It took me 2 days to melt that freeze until I was able to say that the words that you speak make me nauseous. And 3 days to finally find the place in my heart that I actually long for that connection with you, and I just don't know how to reach that. And to willingly and consciously put myself into that place where I take the risk that I will be either humiliated or physically abused or something else. It just to in order to just burn my karma and to clear my own space and make sure that I have done my job and I have done my best in opening my heart. That alone gave me different healing experience, knowing that I'm safe, that I will not abandon myself. But the reaction from my brother, even though he is not very skilled emotionally, all he could do is tap me on my head. And he just then turned away. And that was a huge, huge step in our family. And I still get nauseous around him, and I don't think it's healthy for me to be around him for very long. But I still was burning my karma that was preventing me from loving, from living as a soul. So this is where I am at, and this is where the starting point for our meditation today. Let's see what comes up and how this has to do with the esoterics. Is that Capricorn represents the crystallization of matter. And definitely this matter, this freezing, this pattern that I had with my brother has been ongoing, like I said, plus 20 years. And so now it came to conclusion. Something broke free. And this crystallization process holds the seeds of death and finality. And this death is not physical death. It's not even a death of a pattern or a complex, but it's a death that finally takes place in Pisces. And I don't have the experience of that, so I'm not going to speak into that because I have only mental ideas what that may be, so I don't want to create more karma by speaking about it. But Capricorn is an earth sign, and it is the sign where we are as a soul the most capsulated or connected with matter before liberation. And this death that I spoke about is something that initiate brings on his or her own. So the life will bring, or you will invite into your life, we all will invite into our lives what are referred to in the teachings as blows of fate. So shit happens basically. That's and shit hits the fan at the end. And that is how karma is created. And the karma is liberated and burnt and released. And so this means that when a certain point of concreteness is achieved, a destruction comes and more life is liberated through. And the form is rebuilt. And as Capricorn is a sign of form, it is also a sign of conclusion, because progress in a crystallized form is impossible. And that means that we need to come down from the mountaintop and descend into the valley of pain, despair, and death before a fresh attempt to new scales and new heights can take place. And as this new cycle of effort, that includes that pain and despair and death, it represents the crossroads between us choosing either our personality or our soul. Either way, we go through effort and pain. In personality, if we choose our personality, the materialistic, selfish ways of living unconsciously, we go through the fight and we feel like life is a struggle. But if we choose love and become an initiate, we still go through tests, whether we are serious about it or not. So this is what is to be expected. But it's not so gloomy only. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, literally, because the triumph of matter is followed by the triumph of spirit. And this brings in the symbolism of Capricorn. The symbol of Capricorn is the goat, which has two horns. But when this duality of two horns is fused and the personality is harvested or harnessed to serve the soul, and they form a door, a gate for the spirit to enter, the two horns and the ajna center form one horn, and that one horn is a symbol of a unicorn of God. So this one thrusting unicorn is representing the manifestation of God, the will of God that was spoken in Aries. And this is a process that represents the ruler of Capricorn, both exoterically and esoterically, meaning on the personality level and on the soul level. The planetary ruler is Saturn. The Saturn brings in the karma. So Saturn forces us to face up to the past, but also it forces us to prepare for the future in the present moment. And it forces us to meet the dweller in on the threshold, or actually have the angel of presence and the dweller on the threshold to meet and triumph. Capricorn is also related to the knees and the throat. The reason why it's related to and it rules the physical knees is also because it is this archetype is inviting us into true humility. So true humility is not making it's not about making myself small or smaller than or modest in any way, or trying to be somehow or even blush when something is happening, or you are given credit for something, but it's rather about us stepping into our true soul service, our true role, our true leadership. And in that way, Capricorn is also a sign of leadership. And the reason why it is ruling also the throat or throat center is that Capricorn is one of the signs that has horns. Aries is one, and Taurus is second, and Capricorn is third. And this triplicity is representative of humans' development as a soul. And Aries is the door, is the horn sign with horns that opens the door into Shambhala, so the will of God or the father aspect of spirit. And Taurus opens the door into hierarchy, meaning the soul level or soul realm. And it also rules the first two initiations. And Capricorn opens the door into the hierarchy in higher aspects. So it has to do with the third initiation. And it requires that the lessons in Scorpio and in Virgo are understood and undertaken. And so why it is ruling throat is because Capricorn is a transformer. It is a transformer and a catalyst. And it creates reality. It changes the status quo. And Capricorn is also related to the mineral kingdom. And that is something that I want to take us through today. Obviously, there's going to be something else as well. But this is something, these are the main points so far about or keynotes of Capricorn. And we will go into our guided journey. Is there any questions at this point?
I have a question, Raisa.
Yeah, go ahead.
About the mountaintop. Is Capricorn coming down from the mountaintop? Okay, and what does it mean then to be on the mountaintop and climbing the mountaintop in astrological? What is the climbing phase and what is on the top? And just maybe in short, you can just give me a little.
Yeah, thank you for asking that. That is a very important question and a very good one. In Sagittarius, we opened up a beam of light, a beam of intuition that is the guiding light that will take us to the root of the mountain that we will climb in Capricorn. And so our intuition will bring us the situations that we need to climb. And so in my understanding, the climbing is the burning karma part. And when we reach the mountaintop, that is where we reach the high point of our experience, of our capacity at this point, at this time and space. In teachings, it said more generally and more in a bigger picture that in this lifetime, the high peak or peak of this lifetime that we can reach. And that means that when we reach that or make that stretch of capacity and reach the mountaintop at that point, that is the furthest that we can go with this form, and that form can be our mental form, our emotional form, our physical form. And because it is hindering more life, more growth, more liberation, that form needs to be shattered. And hence we call in death, that death and rebirth process to make that form more flexible and more responsive to life principle. And that coming down from the mountaintop before third initiation or at the third initiation means that when we reach the mountaintop, we have burnt our karma and we are free to serve as a soul without any hindrances, without any blocks. And we just come down and we bring in the life force energy, we bring our soul gifts, and it flows. But if there is still some karma to burn, if there's still some materialistic ambition, selfish concern, then we still come down the mountaintop. But the new cycle that begins is not of service, but another round of karma, burning karma, but about burning or facing those things that are still blocking that service. And reaching that mountaintop before third initiation, in my experience, is realizing the emotional shit that we're still carrying and we have not dealt with. And we just need to take a look at it and just master the emotional body, just become the masters of our emotional body. And that doesn't mean that we shut off or shut down from feeling, but actually it means that we feel everything, we feel even more, but we are not allowing the point of governance to our decisions to be in our emotional body, but in our soul, or in the will that, okay, I want to align myself with the soul or with the spirit. And in the third initiation, dare I say, it is overcoming or finding the acceptance and realization that both the dweller on the threshold and the presence of angel, meaning the personality and soul, are both equal, they're both sacred, and they both serve as pillars of that temple, where, and as the temple door pillars through which the spirit can flow. I have no knowledge or understanding any further than that, or meaning fourth or fifth initiation, so I'm not going to speak about that. I do, for some reason, feel the need to say that the ruler after third initiation for Capricorn is Venus. So it's not Saturn, but it's Venus. If that resonates in any way. I hope this answers your question. Great. Are there any other questions? Oh, okay, amazing. So let's begin our journey, and then as it is full moon, I will also incorporate the core activation meditation given by Master Dwakul through Bruce Lyon into this meditation. I don't give any promises whether I will follow it to the letter. I don't feel like doing it today, but let's see how it is incorporated today. Yeah, and so find yourself a posture that you feel comfortable enough and safe enough to journey today. Meaning that you can relax, you can connect with the surface that you're on without falling asleep, and that you feel like you can rest in the knowing that you won't be disturbed or interrupted, and that you are held by the surface that you are on and by this group. And as you find yourself a posture, a position in the space that you're in, just check your body, scan your body, for any spots where you may still carry some tension. And see if you can relax your breathing to support that relaxation in the body. You don't need to necessarily change your breathing or manage your breathing in any way, but rather invite more cooperation between your physical body and your breathing. And also just notice if the breathing is how it is today. Is it difficult? Is it shallow? Is it actually feeling good? Is it flowing? Is it deep? Or is it taking effort or something else? Mm. And as you settle down, you can also let your body release dynamically, meaning through shaking or movement, whatever you need to in order to be fully here now. You can also invite yourself to consciously give yourself permission to leave all the things that are waiting for you after this meditation to wait there in the future, and then you can come back to them. Or rather, you will arrive to them. As you settle down into your space, start noticing. Maybe I'll just speak this out first. That just as a reminder that whenever I guide, it's always with the intention of being a sensing meditation. So you don't need to visualize or imagine anything. But if you do get visions, if you do get messages from your soul or spirit roams through visions, that's totally fine. But this is not an active imagination, but rather a sensing through your physical body, so that the physical part, the matter part of your being is also included in this process. And also give yourself permission to listen to your body's wisdom with all kinds of impulses. So if you get an impulse to move your hand, move your arm, move your head, move your spine, whatever twists or itches or whatever, typically may be called as jerking or some sort of movement, restless movement in your body. Allow that to happen in this space, because I trust, and I also encourage you to trust the wisdom of that, and the body will show you, even though you may not cognitively understand right away what's going on. Then just allow yourself to witness and just let your body do its thing, whatever happens in any time of the journey together. Yeah. So, and at the same time, listen to your intuition. So whatever I guide, it's a structure to support you. And it may mean that your soul has something better in store for you today. So just stay alert with that. As you settle down into your spot, Start sensing the space that you're in. And start sensing where the energy of the space ends and where the energy of your energy body starts. That etheric body of yours. There's no right or wrong answer here. Uh, I'm just curious, and I'm inviting us all to be curious about what can I sense today about my etheric body, the energy body that I carry, that I have. How far does it reach today? And which direction? And is it the similar shape in all directions? Or is it different? And as you scan up and down your physical body, is the etheric body in the space a different kind when you are sensing that etheric body around your head, around your heart, or around your root, for example? Or are they similar? And you don't need to value this is good and this is bad, but rather just notice and witness. If anything comes up in your experience, it also may happen that nothing shows up. And it's okay. It just may mean that you may not be, your senses may not be open for that today, and that's totally fine. It may also just take some practice. And see if you can see any colors, sense or taste colors. You don't always have to see colors. You can also taste them or smell them. That's my experience. Just give yourself the permission to stay open, no matter how frustrated you may be. And accept the resistance. Accept if there is a frustration or not knowing, not getting it right, or something else, some kind of other story. Accept it, see it as it is, for what it is, and then just continue staying open. then allow your awareness come a bit closer to your physical body and begin sensing your mental body, the body where your thoughts reside. Just noticing what's alive, what are the small Devic lives that are alive there. What stories do they tell you? What beliefs do you see are alive in you right now? What kind of landscape are they picturing you or for you? And how does that mental body feel? Where do you feel it? If there are any movements that want to be expressed through your body by these thoughts, then please do allow yourself to do that. Let the thoughts move. And then sense the emotional body, the emotional layer of your being, of your earth. And see what is alive. Feel what is alive for you now. What are the Devic lives in your emotional body telling you today? What kind of emotional patterns do you recognize? And let yourself feel whatever is there. Let the emotional energy move through you, but also through your body and in your body. And if you need to, and it supports you, allow your breathing to help you with that movement. Breathing is also movement. So if there is anything stagnant in your emotional body, Just breathe. Even come close to or reach the more denser layer of your being, of your earth, and that is the physical body. You can sense what's happening in your physical body right now. What are the sensations that you are noticing, that you're feeling, sensing, the sensations that are calling for your attention? And what is the landscape like here in your physical body? What is the underlying current of energy, of sensation, of atmosphere to be in this body right now for you? And is it familiar to you, or is it something new? And you can bring your awareness even more centered. And so center your awareness in your heart. And from this heart center, keep feeling, keep sensing the layers that we just became more aware of, you just became more aware of in your own experience. These sheaths or layers of your earth. letting yourself become one with the earth, your heart center as the core of the earth. From this center, draw in the energy of the sun through the North Pole, your crown. Draw it into your heart, into your core. And sense the effect it has on you. Then draw in the energy of the moon through the South Pole, your base, into your heart. And on its way, allow the energy of the moon release any stagnant energy in your body, in your matter. And then mix the energy of the sun and the moon together in the heart. Sense the dark core that is revealed at the center of their union. And enter this core. Attempt to feel from that core the sutratma or life thread that has a direct connection to the monad, your essential life force. Sense the dark flow of energy that connects your heart to the central core of the earth, as your heart is one with the core of the earth, and also to the black hole at the core of the galaxy representing Earth's monad. So invite in the core of the galaxy to unite with the core of the earth through your heart. Realize that your heart center is not simply in contact with these centers. It is an extension of their life, coiled into the time and space density of your human incarnation. You are that life. Take time to identify with it. Allow the reservoir of life force to build in your heart. Use the mantra of life. I'll leave a gap after each line for you to repeat for yourself, either out loud or silently in your mind. There is no soul. There is no time. There is no space. There is only life. One life. This life I am. My will is for all my lesser selves. To know me at their core as the essence. The beginning and end of their existence. It is thus as the one life I live. Feel your love for all the Devic lives that make up your bodies of manifestation, and release this reservoir of life so that it radiates omnidirectionally from your heart center as dark love, light, and power. Feel it effortlessly penetrating the core of all the beings that make up your earth, from the atoms of your physical body to the atoms of your mental, emotional, and etheric body. All of these are Devic lives awaiting activation and direction from you, the God and Goddess of the world. Sense the life and death nature of the energy that naturally destroys or ends those patterns of behavior that the lives in your etheric, emotional, or mental bodies have become accustomed to, but that are not aligned with your essential divinity. These take the form of complexes, patterns of thought, feelings, and habitual activity that have developed in your absence. Sense the purification that is taking place in the atoms of these lives as they change their vibratory rate as a result of core activation. Sense the organization through resonance that naturally occurs as the cells of the different bodies express their core note and find their way into the organs and chakras, the different structures and dimensions of your subtle bodies, as well as the physical. Finally, consciously radiate the life reservoir along the verticality of the Sushumna or central column of the spine. Add the energy of the Sutratma to the Antakarana so that the connection through the base to the core of the earth and through the crown to the core of the galaxy is actively vibrating. And from this place, I invite you to sense all the minerals in your body. All the minerals that make up your bones, for example, and other cells in your body, all the minerals there. Allowing this energy nourish those minerals. Sensing the demand from life, from the minerals. Sensing whether the flow of life grows by this demand and where is it needed. Your job is just to witness, not guide the energy in any way or direct it in any way. Just witness. And then allow this energy flow through your minerals into the minerals in the earth, in this planet. And just witness where is this energy called to. Where in the world is there a demand for more life? What is the minerals in the earth calling in your minerals in the physical body? What is it calling out? What are the minerals in the earth calling out in the minerals of your physical body? How can you physically show up more in this life? Where on the earth, where in the world are the minerals in your individual physical body resonating with? What is the location or locations in the world that are vibrating at the same frequency with the minerals in your physical body? Where are the earth and your physical body aligned? You don't even need to know the name of the place. Just allow yourself to sense, how does that alignment feel like in your physical body right now, in the minerals of your body. And from this place, do you choose to call on ambition that serves your own goals, or a certain goal in general? Or do you choose to call in service? And more specifically, service for the greater whole, without any agenda, without any goal. Do you give your life and heart to service? And either one is totally okay and fine. And you don't need to even second guess that. I invite you to try each one out. That if you take a step forward on this crossroads towards the path that leads to ambition, fulfilling another goal, how does it feel in your body, in the minerals of your physical being? How does your body want to move? What kind of emotions and thoughts come up for you in this path when you take one step ahead in this path? Take 1 minute for this exploration. Slowly coming to completion with this short exploration, having the imprint of how it feels in your body to set yourself for another goal, whether that be materialistic or spiritual goal, and then come back to the crossroads, shake it off, and take a step towards service, of giving your life and heart to service. Even if you don't know what that service is, it may even change from day to day. Let yourself explore for the next minute. How does that feel in your body? What do you sense? What do you feel? What do you think when you are on this path? And then come to completion with this one. Come back to the crossroads. Shake it off. Which one do you choose? Consciously, willingly, knowing that not choosing either one of them or neither one of them is also a choice. And let yourself go on that path from now on. And on that path, the soul calls via the rising sign. The law must be fulfilled. Die. The law must be fulfilled. Die. And the pledged disciple responds, lost am I in light supernal, yet on that light I turn my back. Lost am I in light supernal, yet on that light I turn my back. And let that mantra sink in. And let it reveal to you what is ahead. What is ahead for you for the next season. On your own time, find yourself a completion for this journey together. As this concludes the guided part. And allow your body to readjust, recalibrate. And let the minerals in your body stay open to the connection, what wants to be revealed for you in the journey, in the path ahead. And whatever way your body wants to recalibrate at this moment and point of time. When you are finished, I invite you to come back to our shared space on the screen. Now, I personally have a sense that there should be in this video, there should be to be continued ... And it will continue, Capricorn. It seems that this is the way life wants to take us. At least for the past months, it has been so. That the full moon reveals some things prepares us with some things, and the new moon hits us with the blow, and we see the intentions and the clarity that we receive over the season. So rest assured, this will not be the end of it today. Is there anything that you want to share, to be witnessed in? You can also write in the chat if you wish to. I would love to hear just one word from each, that where you are at, just so I know you're okay. And you don't need to say okay is a word enough for me. So you don't need to go talking too much if you don't want to. Ah, I see a monkey face. Thank you. That's enough. I feel good. Amazing. Very peaceful. And there's a crazy smiley face. Okay, you can also use words just by unmuting yourself if you want to. This is also fun. Yeah. Needed slow down. Yeah. Thank you for bringing that in, Camilla. Capricorn is the high point of matter. And so for the spirit and matter to be revealed, we need to slow down to the pace of matter. So slowing down is required. Going once. Going twice. That's it. Thank you for showing up. And have a beautiful rest of the year. Have a beautiful New Year's. And I'll see you another time. There's one more comment here. Slowed down and emptied a lot of thoughts. Feel stillness. Thank you so much. Yes, I'll let you know when the new moon meditation will take place. I have some schedules to juggle, so I have not set it up yet. Happy holidays. Thank you.